Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For all those who are new and haven't seen my channel before, my name is Jay. I'm better known as, or Joshua, better known as Jay. Today is another day. I'm in my greenhouse, trying to pretty much observe the growth of all of my veg. There's a lot of success that's taking place right now, and then there's a lot of failures that's taking place too. So right now I'm in the transition of transplanting. I started transplanting about 3 days ago, and I started a little bit late. So I'm observing, like I'm excited because look at my corn. You guys see my corn? I'm so excited about my corn. I have to transplant them as soon as possible. There's no time to waste when it comes down to that, because for you that do know how to grow corn and you started off like I did in a bed filled with like just all of them in one spot, you know that the roots are going to be insane. It's going to be really complicated and difficult to separate them and transplant them. I personally would like to transplant them into the soil. I should have just seed them in the soil. And I mean, when I say soil, I mean in the ground. But I didn't. I don't have a bed for them yet. Also, for those who are watching, you know that I'm also trying to build my bed. So there's a lot going on right now. But like I said, right now, I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. So now I'm observing my transplants. These are my broccoli. I don't know if you can see. I got my broccoli in here. I transplanted them, like I said, about 2 or 3 days ago. I transplanted them in a medium. When I say medium, I mean by the type of soil that I used. I used a blend or a mixture of coconut coir, which is this brown stuff here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what you can see here, but I use this stuff here with a mixture of cow manure. I typically try to wait until they have their true leaf, but unfortunately, because I felt like I didn't start them off correctly, I did the blend. And so now what I'm starting to see is the change in color. A plant will show you different element or different situations that they're going through by the color, by if they're weak and whelpy, if they're, it's just not producing the greenage, the foliage, the health, the proper health that you would expect to see out of a plant. So I'm looking at my broccoli here, and they're starting to turn this brown color. And so I think what I did was I think I blended them with something that was a bit too strong. I could be wrong, because what I'm also observing is that the leaves on these guys are the same color. They have no nutrients in their soil. It's just coconut coir. The coconut coir is just there so that they can germinate, do the 7 to 14 days, get the true leaf, transplant into soil that has nutrients that they can eat off of. Like I said, this is day 2, maybe day 3. And so if I don't see any changes within their color or with their color within the next day or 2, I'm gonna have to create a different blend, probably more coconut coir than the cow manure. For those that are new and that's watching, this is the second floor of my 3-car garage. And when I came up here, this place was like filled with trash and debris and OCD, not CDs, what did they used to call them things? Tapes. So they had these, maybe y'all know better than me. I mean, I was probably about 13, maybe about 12, 13, around the time that they had these things out. It was like this. I don't know if you can see that here. In here, there's a bunch of these guys. VHS. That right there should tell you the life or the age of this place, because it was just a whole box filled with them. So somebody's recorded personal family videos, God knows whatever else I ended up finding. But all of that stuff was up here. And so I did a whole bunch of cleaning, gutting. A bunch of trash is sitting outside. I don't know if y'all can see out my window. It's a bunch of trash sitting outside. And then what I did, I put a little couch up here. It's still a little dark. It's a gloomy day today. But I started my greenhouse. Now, it ain't much, But I have a table here. Well, not really a table. I found this guy up here. Set on some legs. I put plywood on top. Just a piece of plywood to make it as a table shape. And then I started putting all of my seedlings up. I started maybe about 3 weeks ago. February 14th. January, February, March, April. Sorry, April 14th. It's not really a long time, but you can tell where I started. So I have all these little tiny baby seedlings. So I was starting to use compost tea. I had a little bit of chicken manure, a little bit of cow manure. I had some generated soil, and then I just had some water in it, and I just let it kind of marinate. And then I took that and I put it, just kind of put it as a, tea, like a spray. But they weren't reacting correctly to it. Also, these seeds here that you see, all of the germinated seeds, except for these guys here, the corn, they're new. Everybody else, I've had these seeds for about 3 years, right? 2022. We went to Baker's Creeks and just like bought a ton of seeds. However, we didn't use them all. And so before I just discarded them, I wanted to see if any of them were still of any effect. And because I did that, I think that a lot of them carried over, like, I don't know, I can't say bacteria or anything like that, but you can tell that they have, like, there's something wrong with the seeds. I'm so shocked at my Kenny Roses. They're so beautiful, so beautiful. They're working on their third true leaf. And I feel like before I know it and turn around, that these guys is gonna be filled, and I'm gonna have to definitely take these guys and transplant them into the garden bed. So I have a lot of work to do. Hopefully you guys stick around and see all of the transformations that's happening over spring.